This is Cindy back again from Cindy's Library, and today I want to talk about Towers in the Mist by Elizabeth Goudge. Yes, I finally got it done, and quite enjoyable. I am finding that Elizabeth Goudge cannot be rushed too much. She is a writer that takes her time. She likes to dwell on things, and she gives the most gorgeous lyrical descriptions ever. I mean, let's take a look at this. Here is one of our main characters' first sight of Oxford. Gradually, with the same mysterious slowness with which night had changed to day, towers rose out of the mist, and he looked down from the heights of Shotover upon the city of Oxford. It could not be real, he thought. It was a fragile city spun out of dreams, so small that he could have held it on the palm of his hand and blown it away into silver mist. It was not real. He had dreamed of it for so long now. When he looked down at the valley, the mist formed itself into towers and spires that would vanish under the sun the moment he shut his eyes. He shut his eyes, opened them, and the towers were still there. She's such a beautiful writer. But what is fun about Towers in the Mist is, one, Elizabethan era, which is an interesting time of history, and two, Oxford, which is wonderful. And once again, she sneaks in history of the places that we visit here. Oxford generally, specific places within Oxford specifically. But that is not the main point of this story. The main point of the story is we follow several characters, starting with Faithful. Faithful, he's had a bit of an unfortunate life. His parents were not married. I think his mother worked in a tavern or something like that. His father was a minor cleric at a minor college, and he was also improvident and died basically in bankruptcy. Although, to give him what credit he is due, he set an excellent foundation for Faithful's early education, which is to stand him in good stead, because what Faithful wants to do more than ever is go to Oxford and be a scholar, which he decides to do. And in Oxford, he meets many people. He meets the Leigh family. Canon Leigh is the father. There is great aunt, which is his great aunt who lives with them, a cantankerous, wonderful old woman. And he has many children, one of the chief of which is his eldest daughter, Joyous, who has a great sense of responsibility towards her family ever since her mother died 4 years ago. Of course, another young scholar named Nicholas shows some interest in Joyous, which makes things interesting. The second daughter is Grace. She and Faithful, shall we say, hit it off. There's the eldest son, Giles, who, if anything, is even more of a scholar than Faithful is. And two boys, twin girls, and then the youngest boy, who doesn't seem quite like anyone else in the family. Deacon does, and he's always getting into trouble. We also meet, we also meet Philip Sidney and Walter Raleigh, among others. And yes, we even get a visit from Queen Elizabeth herself, which is great. And it's just a wonderful story about Oxford in the Elizabethan era with wonderful characters. No great themes necessarily. Forgiveness, like in the Dean's Watch, or of trying to find what is lost and mend what is broken, like in the City of Bells. If there is a theme of sorts, maybe it is finding your place in the world. Faithful finding his place in Oxford, Joyous finding a place for her, or that she can find a place that is not all drudgery as she sees her current life. Grace finding, actually kind of asserting and taking her place as an excellent household manager. Sidney and Raleigh thinking about their futures and where their place is. So, quite fun. And if there's just a hint of the magical, after all, what else could you expect from Midsummer's Day in such a magical place as Oxford? Well, if you're into gentle historical mysteries with a fair dab of romance, I can definitely recommend Towers in the Mist to you. I greatly enjoyed it. I'm really enjoying Elizabeth Goudge. So, that is all I had about this, I think. So, that will be all for today. Love to hear if you've read Elizabeth Goudge, if you have, what some of your favorite books are. If you've read Towers in the Mist, I'd love to hear your take on it. So, feel free to leave any comments, suggestions, and until next time, I hope we all stay happy and healthy, and happy reading.